If the only thing stopping you from doing what is best for you is people's opinions, then you certainly need this episode. Listen, if you're someone whose confidence is easily shaken and triggered when someone says a negative or a different opinion about you or about something you're doing, and you can do anything without literally taking everyone's opinion, and you find yourself really lost in all of those opinions because absolutely they're gonna be different and contradicted. Not only that, but if someone says you're good, then you feel good about yourself. However, if they say something negative, you start doubting yourself, you lose your confidence, and sometimes you would even develop an insecurity because of it. It can be as simple as you're not gonna post a picture because one of your friends didn't like it, or as huge as you're not gonna chase your dream career because people around you said you're gonna fail. And now it comes to the point where it is affecting you in everything: your confidence, making simple choices, and making big decisions. And that's when you know there's something that is not okay. Because it would be really sad if you're following everyone but yourself. And at some point, you're gonna realize that you didn't do anything that you actually wanted. And you're gonna say, I wish I never listened to anyone. I've stopped caring about people's opinions for like 7 years now, and my life has never been better. I feel sure of myself more than ever, and I barely regret anything. So don't worry, I've been there. Right now, I'm gonna give you a really silly example on this. You took a really good picture and you like it and you feel that you wanna post it for whatever reasons. Maybe you think that your hair was so good that day, or the outfit was fire. You just have a reason that makes you satisfied with this picture. Then you immediately send it to your friends. The first one goes, oh my god, your hair is so good, post it. The second one, why aren't you smiling? The third one, I don't like the outfit and I don't think that this hair fits you. And if you send it to more people, you would hear way more different opinions. And then you don't have to tell me you hated the picture, you hated the outfit, and you hated your hair. Even though there was one person who liked it. That doesn't mean they are bad people, it simply means that they have different perspectives. And that's completely normal because people look at things differently. But the problem here is that it made you hate the picture and right now you're not gonna post it. And mind you, here we are talking about a picture. And that was the simplest example. Wanna know what is worse? When it comes to major steps in your life. Let's say you have this amazing business idea and you think that you would be really successful with it. And you believe that you're gonna make amazing results with it. You go to your friend, you tell him the idea. And the first thing, without even letting you finish, oh my god, don't you know that there are millions of people who are doing the same thing? It's too risky or it's gonna take so much effort, bringing all the negatives in that idea. And immediately after hearing all this negativity about the idea, you hated the idea and you hated the second you even thought about it, even if it was a great idea. And yes, it might be risky, but you know that if it worked, how your life is gonna change forever. And right now, after hearing his opinion, you're not as passionate and motivated as you were in the beginning, and you're not gonna take any steps towards that idea. That doesn't necessarily mean that your friend is bad or jealous or whatever, but he simply sees things with a different perspective. Maybe he's not a fan of this business field, or he just loves to play it safe. That's his mentality and perspective. People have different perspectives, and you're not gonna satisfy everyone's expectations, and you're not gonna make everyone happy. You are not Disneyland, okay? You need to realize that there is an angle that only you see things from. And that was the first reason why I don't care about people's opinions because people have different perspectives. Now to the next reason, and I'm gonna give you a real example from my life. When I was younger, there was a specific school that I wanted to switch to. This school requires a really high percentage. So I studied really hard to get that percentage. I was studying all day, every day. I would wake up every day with a list that my day wouldn't be done if I didn't finish that list. I've got 99.7%, which is, as far as I knew, was accepted in that school. And it was my first time switching schools, so we didn't know anything about the process. And there was this person we know that was working in the educational field. So we asked that person if they know any information about that school. That person literally told my mom they are not going to accept your son. And you can imagine how shocking that was for me to hear after all this hard work. It was a really huge letdown for me. Even though I was really young, I was like 12, but I've seen that person many times trying to stop people from doing good things and always trying to belittle other people's achievements. So I was like to my mom, you know what, let's give it a shot and ask the school ourselves. Even if they are not going to accept me, at least I would know that I've done everything. Anyways, we went and asked the school, and they literally said, we would gladly accept you. Since then, I never trust anyone's opinion. Forget the story, remember the lesson. You never know the intentions behind their opinions. Sometimes you would be asking someone that's really experienced and have all the knowledge and informations to help you. However, they would mislead you and give you negative energy about what you want. Some people don't want anyone to succeed but themselves. And I have seen endless examples on this. They have this mentality that they think if they give you a positive opinion about something, you're gonna be better than them. And this is so insecure and evil. And that was the second reason why I don't care about people's opinions. You never know the intentions behind their opinions. Last reason, they don't really know you. They might underestimate or overestimate you. And either ways, it's not good. If you take someone and keep underestimating and belittling them, eventually he will start doubting himself and believe that he cannot do it, even if he can. When I was younger, I had this teacher that would keep telling me how stupid I was because I wasn't good at his subject. To the point that I accepted it and I was like, okay, I'm stupid at math. What about it? One day I switched teachers and my new math teacher was like, I wouldn't say supportive, but I understood the concepts from him easily. I had many gaps in the subject and he didn't make me feel stupid when I asked about something I don't understand. And literally since then, I've been getting full mark in it. All of those are certificates in math. Um, and I have a lot of money from teachers in it because of that teacher that I'm forever grateful for. And I'm not telling you this to brag or anything, I'm just telling you this to not lose faith in yourself. On the other hand, overestimation. You take someone that lacks the experience and the skill and keep telling them that it is easy and they can do it. And once action starts, they don't know what to do and mess it up. I was applying for a job 2 years ago and my best friend worked for the same company. So I asked him about the questions asked in the interview because I had zero experience in that field and it was my first time applying for a company. He told me that they are not that hard and I will be able to answer them easily. So no need to prepare anything. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own research just in case the questions are hard. And also, if I didn't do well in the interview, I would have to wait and apply for a second time. And honestly, I didn't have time for this. My financial state was at the point that I'm gonna do my own GoFundMe link. I'm joking, but it was really hard. And since I didn't know anyone personally who worked in that company, I had to message strangers in a Facebook group to help me. 1 out of 10 answered me and gave me the questions. And guess what? I didn't know how to answer them easily. And if I've done that interview without prior preparation, I would have not been accepted. Even though my best friend had good intentions and I wouldn't second guess this, but he overestimated my potentials, which would have put me in a hard situation. And that's the last reason. Now you're gonna tell me, but Adham, if I don't take anyone's opinion, how would I know if it's good or bad? My formula for this is number one, have your own standards. Number two, do your own research. When you have your own standards, you wouldn't need anyone's validation. If it's good for you, then it's good for you. Treat it as a reference you can go back to whenever you are confused. On the other hand, when you do your own research about something, you're gonna have all the informations you need with the good and bad sides of it. And now you get to decide if it's gonna work for you or it's not. You go to the good sides and ask yourself, is this something that I desire and want to achieve? After that, you go to the bad sides and ask yourself, am I really gonna be able to take all of this? Is it really worth it? And then you get to decide if you wanna do it or not. For example, that career that everyone around you is saying that it is so risky or have no future or whatever, refer back to your standards. Personally, before getting into anything, I ask myself, can I be creative with it? That's my standard. For you, it can be money, happiness. Maybe you'll have more time and be able to travel. Whatever your standards, it's your life and you decide what to do with it. But when it gets to the no future part, here is where the research starts. Right now, after everything that is happening around the world, everything is literally on the internet. All the informations you need. People with experiences and lifestyles. Everything you want to know is already out there. Do your own research and see the people who walk the same path or something like it. See how it's going for them. Are they getting in a better place because of it? And now, after you checked your standards, did your own research, you get to decide if you want to do it or not. Not the people around you. It's your own decision. But there is only one exception. The people who love you and have the same experience that you're looking for. People that, after you talk with them and have a conversation with them, you feel really open-minded and understood. But if you don't have them, no problem. You have yourself. You need to trust yourself and stop asking for their opinions. You need to realize that everyone has a different perspective and you're not going to satisfy all of them. The only person that you need to satisfy is you. So no need to take anyone's validation. And the thing is, you won't always find someone you can trust. You'll never know the intentions behind their opinions. The secret jealousy and insecurities controlling them. Yes, some people want you to do better, but not better than them. And lastly, no one knows you better than you. They don't know your abilities and your creativity and the amazing things you do when no one's watching. So it would be really unfair if you let their opinions control you. And the most important thing, it's your life. Good or bad, you're the one who's paying the price anyway. So at least make sure you're paying the price for something that you actually wanted. Trust yourself. And that's it, everyone. It was Adham Iskandar, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it. Sweet dreams.